Welcome to the Digital Production Buzz at the 2015 NAB Show. Hi, this is Larry Jordan, and this interview was recorded live on the trade show floor. For more information, visit digitalproductionbuzz.com. Welcome back to NAB. Dana Ruzicka is the VP of Segment and Product Marketing at Avid, and Avid really needs no introduction. They redefined editing with the nonlinear editing system back about 5 centuries ago, and they've got really cool stuff now. Dana, thanks for joining us.
Pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
Tell me what this Avid Everywhere business is all about.
Sure. So Avid Everywhere is really our vision for the future of the industry. And it really, if you boil it down, it's all about more powerfully connecting content creators with consumers, the viewers out there. And what we're doing is really taking care of all the technical heavy lifting under the scene, underneath with a technology platform that basically allows you to create content through the acquisition, production, all the way out through delivery and distribution. And we're really aiming at tying all of those different steps in the chain together.
Now, why is this Avid Everywhere so important?
You know, when we look at where the industry is going, we really need a more efficient way to go from content creation to distribution and do it in a way where we can serve up media to all the different devices that our customers and our viewers, audiences want to actually consume media on. And really what we're all about is making that more efficient and more powerful than ever before with Avid Everywhere.
Well, how does this market change? I mean, Avid has always been focused on its customers, hasn't it?
It has, but when you look at it, it's really more of an end-to-end ecosystem and value chain now, from creation all the way out to distribution. It's not just about editing it, it's about actually getting it the right formats and out to the right distribution channels, whether it's web, mobile, or social. And again, what we're trying to do is do all the technical heavy lifting behind the scenes and creating an end-to-end technology platform that will allow our users to really start from the beginning, create all the way out and getting it to the hands of their viewers.
So it sounds like it's much more about integrating all the different products that Avid has so that they work together more seamlessly than they have in the past.
Yes, and it's not just Avid's products too. It's a completely open environment. So we have what we call the connectivity toolkit, where we have right now over 600 connectivity partners that actually tie into this whole ecosystem. So it's not just Avid, it's really tying together Avid and every other vendor within the industry into this platform.
Well, we have to talk about new news, and this is NAB after all. So did Avid announce anything new the last period of time?
Sure, we have a lot of exciting announcements. So the first one is Media Composer First. And what this
Media Composer?
Media Composer First. So what this is it's a free downloadable version of Media Composer.
Wait. What word?
Free, if you can believe it.
From
yes,
Avid?
From Avid. And the idea here is really to make the tools that the pros use. So, Media Composer really is the staple and used by the top industry professionals. And we're creating basically a simplified version of that that's a free download, so your aspiring filmmakers, your students, your videographers can really experience those same tools. It'll have 3 cloud projects you can use. It'll have a limited number of video and audio channels, but it's the same basic tool set used by the pros.
But all too often when a manufacturer makes a light version, it's so badly crippled that you really can't do anything productive with it. Is this really just to be considered a learning tool, or can people get work done?
People can really get work done with this, and when we say simplify, we want to streamline the tools so that it's easy for them to get up and running, but it really is the same editing tool set used by the top pros. And it doesn't just stop with the editing. As we were talking about what Avid Everywhere is about, as users actually start to use this, they can take their final content, they can post it up into our marketplace, so other users in the community can actually see what they're doing. We have an artist community, so when you download this product, you become part of our artist community where you can actually network and find other talent that you might want to collaborate with. And there's also an app store where, as you start to use Media Composer First, if you want to add effects and stock footage or whatever that is, it's very easy to sort of download it and start working with that in your project.
Are we going to be able to migrate projects from Avid Media Composer First up to Media Composer, or is it a standalone application?
Absolutely, can migrate it forward. So it's really just, once you're ready to step up into the full version, it's a simple monthly subscription. Very easy path.
And the files will transfer?
All the files transfer.
What else you got that's new?
So that's when we sort of step up into the professional videographers. We're working in concert partnering with Blackmagic Design to roll out a new video interface for high-resolution video. So we call it the Avid Artist DNX.io. And really what this is, it's for use with Media Composer, but it also works with third-party applications like Adobe Premiere and Apple Final Cut Pro as well. But it's basically for working with high-res content. So obviously standard def, HD, but 2K, 4K, any Ultra HD, any high-res material, you can work with natively within this box, bringing it in and outputting it. But we also built in Avid's DNX HR encoding, so you can actually work with proxy resolutions, visually lossless proxy resolutions as well.
Now, is this a transfer protocol or a codec or an XML intercommunication standard?
So it's the product itself is actually, it's a hardware box for input and output, and within there, the DNX HR is actually a codec. It's hardware accelerated, so in real time we can create whatever proxy resolutions you want to use. And again, they're visually lossless. They look great. You can actually go right to air with them. So you can work natively with high-res media, or you can work in Avid's DNX HR. It's very simple, very flexible, and we're really excited to be working with Blackmagic Design to get that out there.
Okay, what else you got?
So on the storage side, we're rolling out a new version of ISIS, the ISIS 1000. And so we already have the 7500 and the 5500 out there, and this is sort of like their little brother. And we've taken all the goodness of the file system and all of our shared collaboration capabilities that we have in our storage system, and we've put it down in a form factor that's really designed for small post-production and audio facilities. So it's 20 terabytes, scalable up to 80 terabytes. It has all the bells and whistles that you would expect coming from an Avid shared storage solution, and it starts for under 18K. So it's a pretty exciting product.
That's amazing. Anything else?
Sure. Probably the last big announcement that we have is Avid Venue S6L. So if you shift to the sort of the live
We're
sound,
talking live sound
live
here.
sound now. So over 10 years ago, we revolutionized live sound mixing with our Venue product line with its tight integration with Pro Tools.
Now, is Venue Pro Tools, or is Venue something different than Pro Tools?
So Venue is actually the live sound control surface, really designed for live and event audio reinforcement. It's very closely coupled with Pro Tools, so you can basically take your plugins, your session file settings, and all that, and it flows right into the Venue. And then if you do something live, it flows right back into Pro Tools. So you can take your mix from the studio on stage and then back into the studio again very easily. And with the new Venue S6L, it's a next generation of Venue. So it is beautiful. Touch screens, all redesigned fader modules, all of the latest connectivity with AVB, Audinate's Dante, Matty. It's really, really exciting.
And Dana, where can people go on the web to learn more about what Avid's got available?
Everything I just talked about here you can see up on avid.com.
Is this announced or is it shipping?
All of these are announcing. The Media Composer First will ship later this year, and we're taking orders on all the other products now.
Amazing stuff.
Yes,
Thank
exciting.
you.
Thank you.
Dana Ruzicka is the VP of Segment and Product Marketing for Avid. Their website is avid.com. And Dana, as always, Avid is an industry leader and has been for years. It's wonderful having you back on the show, and thanks for joining us today.
Pleasure to be here.